Hey, what is going on? Welcome to Beautiful Start Podcast YouTube channel. If this is your first time tuning in and listening, I'm gonna need you to subscribe, like this video, and definitely share, but stay tuned to the very end of this video for additional information. But pretty much I was live probably like a few hours ago, but I was going live on my phone. And so I don't know, like somehow I pressed something and I was out of that app and I couldn't get back on to that same live. So it was showing that I was live when I really wasn't live. But I wanted to like continue on from that, even though it's a whole new topic. But I was just going into different things. If you haven't checked out that live, definitely check it out. Yeah, I'm trying something new. Like, as you guys can see, those who previously subscribed or those who just listen to it, you know what I'm saying? Because there's some people out there that just listen to the podcast, the episodes, but they don't subscribe, they don't like, they don't do nothing, they just like listening and shit like that. I get it, I appreciate it, but pretty much I don't know, it just clicked off. But anyway, I wanted to come back and talk about young and bitter. There's a lot of people always talk about how, oh yeah, there's old people and they bitter, but there's a lot of young people who are bitter and angry, because they allow a particular man or spouse, person, woman, I don't know, because nowadays people are calling other people they, them, so I don't know, like whatever you into, you feel me, like, but whatever you into ain't into you, or they played you. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some people be mad and upset about that. And it's like, yo, don't be mad or upset. Learn from it, grow from it, put some standards in place, figure out what it is that you want for yourself and go for it. And don't allow no one to kind of like interfere with what you want. Because it's your life. You feel what I'm saying? It's your life. That's what people are forgetting. People are allowing other people to come into their life and you getting entangled or involved, or you're no longer the center of your universe, or you no longer focusing on yourself. You focusing on this person. So this person allows you to take your energy off of yourself, and now your energy is on them, and you want to focus on how you could do whatever it is that they want you to do in your own universe. It is what it is, right? So, but a lot of women are falling into that. And it's just like, yo, like, if this is not what you want, you don't have to be in something that you don't want to be in if you're not a willing participant. It's some women out there, they already know what it is. Just like you have, married couples, and they have people that's willing to play these side roles. Like I'm saying, when brother man is tripping out, I'm here to hold you down. You feel what I'm saying? Like when shit ain't working out, you could come, I'm always here. You know what I'm saying? They know they role. But a lot of people out here, they don't know what role they playing. They getting mixed up into the whole fantasy or whatever, you know what I'm saying, like their emotions and shit. And so they can't decipher what role they playing anymore. You know what I'm saying? You got side pieces feeling like they the main thing. You know what I'm saying? But they really not the main thing. You feel what I'm saying? But they feeling like that. You know what I'm saying? And then when they feeling like that, they start to make decisions based on their feelings. And it's just like, and you make a decision where you looking like a fucking straight crazy ass person. You feel me? Because you couldn't decipher what the fuck was real and what the fuck, you know what I'm saying? Like, cause this guy made you feel so comfortable. He made you feel like you was number one, but really you wasn't number one. And every person he make feel like that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what a lot of women don't understand. Like, there's guys out there, they don't discriminate. You feel what I'm saying? You know how you get different treatment for like what you pay for and shit. Like when you go to different restaurants or when you go to different, like, different places and shit like that. You going on vacation, right? Depending on what package you get, they kind of give you additional services and all that shit. And these guys ain't doing none of that. They treating the side chick like the side chick is the wife, and it's like, they not really doing nothing different. It's just a different title. You feel what I'm saying? It's just a different title. I mean, listen, this is my platform, Beautiful Start Podcast on YouTube. If you want to put in your 2 cents or your feeling on this topic that I'm talking about, definitely comment. You know what I'm saying? For all the men out there who listening to this, put in your 2 cents. You feel what I'm saying? I think I'm doing something in regards to general. Like, I feel like a lot of women can contest to this shit. Because it's like, how the hell is it that you the side chick, but y'all have a whole life together and kids? Make it make sense for me. Like, what's really the difference? Like, a lot of times people, they talk about, oh yeah, the side chick or whatever. Like, the side chick, she's just there for fun and shit like that. But then you have side chicks who, got kids with this person. So how, like, what constitutes that? Like, all right, now she a baby mama. Like, what's the difference between your wife, your baby mama, and a chick you just spent smashing? I sees no difference. I really see no difference. All right, the paperwork, yeah, you could put like, in terms of the paperwork, that when you think about that paperwork, being a dude wife and shit, like the whole paperwork situation, you taking on a last name and stuff like that, yeah, like you could see a difference with that. But as far as the behavior, the mannerisms, how they treat you and shit like that, what's really the difference? You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays you got wives making more than they men, making more than a husband. You know what I'm saying? Because what I realize as I get older and shit like that, it's like men do, like, even though the treatment, yeah, they treat you good or whatever, depending on who the hell it is. Because some of these dudes out here, they just like, you don't even understand why they even got a partner, because they just so nasty. You know what I'm saying? Like, in terms of like the way they speak to women, you know what I'm saying? The way they even, and some guys are abusive and shit like that. So you don't even understand how that even, but then you think about gaslighting and love bombing and shit like that. That plays a significant role in why these men are able to keep these women in submission. And my thing is, when you come across a man like that, that's like playing all these goddamn games, they playing games. You know what I'm saying? Because really, it is a fucking game. Because I see a lot of women, like, they listen to what these guys tell them, and then they end up in a fucked up ass situation. You know what I'm saying? You seeing women who are getting played by these dudes, and they not only just smashing and passing, they smashing, taking their money, messing up their credit, messing up their, the social connections that they have, because they want to isolate so they could furthermore mess with their mind. You know what I'm saying? Because really, if a person has your mind, you don't have to worry about a person that you have hooked on their mind. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these guys, they making women be in these positions and situations where they're under mind control. That shit sound funny, but they a lot of these dudes out here got women under mind control. Like, they are like, these dudes got them messed up. I seen a woman, right? She used to make 6 figures. Bad shorty. Yo, how I saw her on a corner with some old ass, like, yo, her clothes, she looked like she ain't washed up in like weeks. You feel what I'm saying? Wig off. She looked like Angelia from fucking the Rugrats singing on a corner, yo. Like, these how these dudes is getting. Like, see, when you go, even when you go through shit like that, because there's a lot of women out there that been through, they man brought them to a position in life that they vow they never be. You know what I'm saying? Like, where they fuck up your whole shit. Like, it's one thing for a guy to cheat on you, but it's a whole another thing when they fuck up the things that you have going on in your life. Like, fuck up employment, fuck up relationships that you have with other people, or like, you know, because they want to isolate you so they can control you and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Or they fuck up your money. They fuck up your fucking credit cards, you know, or they, you know, just mess up your whole fucking money type of thing. Like your whole credit. If you have a guy that mess up your credit, that's something you're working on years to fix. And there's so many women out there that could testify to that. I'm sorry about cursing and stuff like that, but you know, I'm being my authentic self. So, but I'm going to ease up because YouTube is very funny about like the cursing and stuff like that. But yeah, but there's a lot of women out there that just allow men to get them caught up in situations that they don't even need to be in, because the woman was like, you know, feeling this guy. You know, and it could be vice versa. There's a lot of guys out there that, you know, got finessed by, you know, women and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to play parts or whatever like that, you know, but I'm always going, you know, rep for my women and shit like that. But yeah, it's both parts. Like, even if you think about the whole same sex situation, like lesbians and shit like that, there's women who been portrayed by their partner, you know what I'm saying, or been in an abusive relationship. That shit is not only privy to only opposite sex relationships, you know, like where, you know, there's a man or whatever. It could be vice versa. Sometimes a man be getting beat up by his woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't know, like, every time you see him, he got a black eye. Every time you see him, you know what I'm saying, he looking like you know what I'm saying, like his eyes are saying something else, like, yo, help me. So it's a lot of that going on too, and people are not going to be very honest about what's going on because of like stereotypes or certain images that people are trying to portray. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, even with this whole internet shit, like, I'm pretty sure there's a lot of celebrities right now dealing with domestic violence. I'm pretty sure like there's women out there that's in some grimy ass, foul ass shit, Lifetime movie, you know what I'm saying, for my man type of investigative, detective, discovery shit. They involved in some crazy shit. I'm just saying. But some people are not going to be honest about the real stuff that they going through because they trying to keep up a persona. And sometimes people's image is a direct connection with how they make their money. So if they have people thinking a certain way or perceiving them in a certain way, that's more sales that they could probably generate, you know. But trust and believe that, you know what I'm saying, in the next 10 years y'all gonna probably get some books, y'all probably gonna get some movies and shit. These celebrities, you know what I'm saying, now people are setting up YouTube channels and shit. Probably people want to start giving out testimonies and stuff and talking about this stuff and talking about the abuse that they got from their spouse. You know what I'm saying? How they was used. You know, see, people are not vocal about none of that stuff. They like to see, a lot of times people like to capitalize off of the shit that they've went through. So that's why you're not going to hear everybody's story. Because some people, you know what I'm saying? Some people are very vocal about the fucked up shit that they've been through. They gonna tell you. Like, I'm from New York City. Even waiting for the bus stop. Even at the bus stop waiting for a bus. Even at the train station waiting for a train. You know what I'm saying? The shit be eating up people brain and shit. And they don't realize they talking to a whole stranger, and they just be like, yo, my baby mama, yo, she got crazy, I'm telling you, I was working a 9 to 5 shift. That's what I left out at 8 o'clock, got to work at 9 o'clock. You know what I'm saying? I was supposed to clock out at 5 p.m. But you know what happened? Homie got, the person who was supposed to be relieving me was supposed to show up at 5 o'clock. But he called out talking about he got in a car accident. So now I'm stuck doing a whole damn double, working till 1 o'clock in the morning. And I get in the house at 2:30 in the morning, because the trains act all crazy at nighttime. And my baby mother gonna tell me I was with somebody. She bleached up all my clothes, throw everything out, took all my money out the bank. They gonna tell you everything at the bus stop. They gonna tell you everything, because you could see it in their face. You could read it in their whole energy. You know what I'm saying? You could see the distress, and they're gonna tell you everything that's going on, and they're gonna be very detailed. You know what I'm saying? At the bus stop would be a whole like therapy session and shit. You just sitting there like, damn, I'm just waiting to get on a bus so I don't be late for work. Or, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to go to motherfucking 34th Street to get some hibachi, because I'm not paying no delivery guy no $15, $20 tip. You know what I'm saying? I'm not doing none of that. I'm just trying to get where I'm trying to go. But that's how it is. At least where I'm from, where you guys from, let it, there's a comment section below. Let me know what's going on, where you from. But let it be known, people are definitely talking about their relationships. You know what I'm saying? Like they letting it be known at these bus stops. You know what I'm saying? Even the whole vulgar shit. Like, I would never forget it. Like, I think I was going to, like, it was this was many moons ago. I would say this was like over 10 years ago. You know how I know it was over 10 years ago? Like, my son was mad little. That's how I know. Like, I have a whole, adult child. And I'm dealing with a transitional phase in my life. A lot of people don't really talk about that, like how you go from having, children that's dependent on you to like children that's moving into independence and doing their own thing. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you have a whole adult child who say to you, yo, I'm going to Canada or Japan, what can you do? You can't do nothing but be like, yo, be safe. Like, what, you know what I'm saying? Like, making executive decisions like that, like, yo, you could just bounce. So I'm dealing with that, like a whole transition, you know what I'm saying? Not really, because y'all know how it is, all the parents out there. Like, you think when when your child get older, it's like, oh yeah, everything is good, everything is gravy and shit like that. No, it's just a whole nother, you know what I'm saying? Especially like with school age and, elementary and high school, all the damn phone calls from the teachers. I remember this was mad. Like, I think my son was like in 3rd grade or 4th grade or some shit. I was going to pick him up or whatever. And picking him up, I think it was something special, because I knew they was throwing like a little party or something. You know when the school be throwing a party, they want everybody to bring something or whatever. So I knew it was something like that. So I got there early and stuff. And she was like, oh my God, don't you know, during reading time, he farted. I'm like, ma'am, you really gonna sit here and tell me this? Like, really? Like, really, like, I was looking at her like, yo, I was trying my best not to laugh because I was very goofy back in the days. Like, I used to find silly shit funny, and I felt like, how is that something you need to tell me? Because at the end of the day, if I'm somewhere and my stomach is bubbling and I have to pass gas, I don't care who in this room. I'm not about to, my stomach's not about to hurt for nobody. But I was respectable. I wasn't like, oh, ratchet. But I knew some women who would have got ratchet on her. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's women out there that like, yo, I've been out all day standing up in a Rite Aid as a security guard all day long. And you mean to tell me you gonna call me in here to tell me that my child passed gas during reading time? What are we doing here? Like, that's grounds to get cursed out. That's what I'm saying. But I'm not on that kind of time. I respect. But I know some hood women that, what I'm saying? Like, get cursed out for stuff like that. Like, you mean to tell me you gonna have me, I'm coming to pick up my child early and you gonna talk about this, something that they can't control? Like, even if they would have raised their hand to go to a bathroom, like, they wouldn't, like, they still would have farted on the way there. Like, it was just like the chaos. Like, you feel what I'm saying? Just pure chaos. But anyway, getting back to this Young and Bitter, I done went into like all these different I went into all these different things, but as far as like the Young and Bitter, like, don't allow the experiences and the things that, you've gone through to allow you to become bitter or angry or mad. You feel me? And a lot of times, people will look at certain women and think that they bitter or angry. Meanwhile, they just have cramps. You feel me? Or they just like, I just feel like, allowing yourself to grow and heal, and learn in the process. I don't think somebody should be healing for like 50 damn years. Like, no. Because it's like, when you in the healing phase, it's like you really not doing nothing but kind of like working on yourself. So it's like to be in that state always, like, come on. But some people been through some traumatic stuff. It's like some people had a traumatic childhood, then they dealt with something when they was in they teens, and then they became a young adult, and then it was something else. You know what I'm saying? Some people are just dealing with stuff back to back. But working on yourself, like doing things. I did a video in terms of about self-care, and I feel like healing and working on yourself and doing all those things tie into self-care, because that's stuff that we're doing on a regular, consistent basis. Like, people don't think about your day-to-day, the things that you do on a day-to-day basis. Some people, you know what I'm saying, they ain't, like, on their day off, they ain't got shit going on. They get up, they don't even wash their teeth, wash their ass. They get up, you know what I'm saying, pick up that phone, be scrolling and stuff, watching all this crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Time you get up to get something to eat, you know what I'm saying, it's already lunchtime and you ordering something from like Chipotle or McDonald's or something like that, and then the rest of your day is spent watching Hulu or YouTube, some series on those things. Or maybe people are into like the drama stuff that people put on YouTube, because you know what I'm saying, there's a lot of like, YouTube celebrities and people that make content on a consistent basis, so they have like a huge following. So people, you know what I'm saying, dedicate their fucking time and energy to watching their shit. You know what I'm saying? And that shit gets intertwined with their daily lives. And it's like, especially when you work on a regular basis. For all the people out there that got like a 9 to 5, you know what I'm saying, 9 to 5, 4 to 12, 12 to 8, 6 to 2, 5 to 1. You know what I'm saying? 8 to 4. Like, let's get it. Like, there's people out there working regular ass jobs, doing their thing, and that's what it is. And there's some people out there, like, people utilize YouTube for different reasons. Like, all right, for all the people out there who don't have like these movie premiums and shit, YouTube is the next best thing. You know what I'm saying? So they on there all the time. You know what I'm saying? So on their day off, YouTube is incorporated in that. And so people spend like 8 to 10, 12 hours on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you find somebody that you like and you like their content and you want to watch their shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole series right there. That's consuming. That's very consuming. But at least take some time out for yourself and to like really tap into yourself, because some people will be so involved and intertwined with, a celebrity or somebody that they watching online and shit. You know what I'm saying? That they don't even really know what the hell's going on with them, or what they need to do, or what they need to switch up in their life. Right? It's nothing wrong with like evolving and figuring out figuring out certain things and stuff like that. It's nothing wrong with like figuring out certain things and learning something new about yourself, or analyzing what you just been through, or what you experience. There's nothing wrong with that. I think that allows yourself to be aware, right? Some people are just always in an emotional state. Like they always like angry, always mad. Someone who always have like an attitude for no reason. Just like ready to snap at somebody because they have underlying issues that they're not dealing with, that they're not willing to work on. So it's like they want to blame others for what's going on in their lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's the easy thing people could possibly do, is blame someone else. Because it's like, oh, you blaming someone else for something that you could possibly change in your life. Like we have the power to change our situation and our circumstances, but people really don't believe that. You know what I'm saying? They don't believe that, and they're not willing to accept that. And so therefore they continue to tell themselves lies. And these lies are not benefiting them whatsoever. Like, these lies ain't benefiting them. It's not changing these circumstances. It's not making them wise up, learn something, grow from it, move on. It's turning them into something that they don't want to be. So my thing is, why not take time out and get it all figured out? Like, figure it out. Work on yourself. Do what needs to be done. Instead of allowing yourself to go down a path that eventually you will not like. You feel me? Right? And instead of just going along to get along. You guys ever heard that saying, going along to get along? Just going with whatever's going on in now, just so that you can survive and thrive. But the way things are now is not always going to be like that. Like, things are constantly changing. That's what people don't understand. Like, that's why even the sound in music is changing. Like, when you think about the music that we even listened to like 5 years ago, it's totally different from what it is now. Like, any hip hop rap artist, you guys could definitely attest to, like, the sound of music. Things have definitely changed. The sound of music is so different. The topics and things that people are talking about is totally different from what it was even 5 years ago. Now we talk about 20 years ago. 20 years ago, like, it's different. Like, you know, a lot of it's different. Like, and when you try to go, like, even further, like 25 years ago, 30 years ago, stuff like that, it's definitely different. It definitely has evolved, you know. But people don't want to talk about stuff like that. Like, people want to complain. You feel me? They want to complain, you know, because they even know the sound of the mainstream music is totally different. Everything is kind of like changed and it's not the same or whatever like that, right? But there is always a group of people that's doing something different and doing what feels good to them, right? So as much as people like to talk about the negative music that's out there and the negative artists, quote unquote, I say quote unquote negative artists, I just feel like artists, they express themselves, and they, you know, we expect rappers, hip-hop artists, singers and stuff to be their authentic self. So they come out being who they are, talk about the stuff that they want to talk about, right? But a lot of times the stuff that people are putting out there is the negative stuff. Because could that just be a fact that people just like negative shit? Because or they just want someone to talk about they lower nature, like, oh, okay, I'm not doing this thing, but I would like to still listen to this kind of stuff, or I would like to work out to this kind of music. You know what I'm saying? Because it's crazy how there's some people out there, they only like to talk about the negative music that people are putting out, or the negative image that they're portraying, stuff like that. But then you have other artists who are positive. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's, like, when you think about YouTube alone, right? So, you know, there's people out there, they got their podcasts, they got people out there that's doing vlogs, they got people out there that's just doing Halloween themes all year long. It's not even exclusive for October. It's like, yo, I'm doing Halloween all year round. I like Halloween, or I like Christmas, so I'm doing a Christmas theme all year round. My channel is going to be based on me buying Christmas shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could choose whatever you want your channel to be, right? And then I've seen some very authentic artists, people who are just putting the music out that's been given to them. You feel what I'm saying? Or that they created, or, you know, the type of music that they're into, right? They put that stuff out there. But see, meanwhile, those kind of views, they are so low. But then yet you have people who want to talk about these mainstream artists that they don't like, that they are, you know, they just horrible and they redirecting the youth and all this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yet they talking about that. Even if you're talking about that and it's negative, that's what people don't understand. You're talking about something that's negative, right? That you don't like. You still promoting it. Like, talking about something that you don't like or talking about something that you like, it's the same shit. Because you know what? The person who's listening on the end will think to themselves, they probably know who you talking about. And if they don't know who you talking about, you know what they're going to do? If they interested in listening to what you got to say, and they like, oh, he's talking about such and such artist and their music is wild trash, let me look this person up, right? So what they gonna do, they gonna look this person up, and you know what's gonna happen? If they like their music, they done got a fan. That's it. That's how easy it is. You know what I'm saying? And what I'm noticing, a lot of people like that. Like, see, what's dominant now in this culture is the ratchet music, the ratchet, raunchy music, and a lot of it is dominated by the woman. Like, you know, I'm gonna keep it a buck. Like, it's a lot of ratchet women out there that's making some, well, women who are rapping ratchet. So that's why I gotta say, because at the end of the day, yeah, these rappers, these hip hop artists, these, people that's out there making music and shit like that, they are artists. They make money. That's their job. That's what people don't understand. Like, this is a job for them. Like, why the hell would I want to make a positive song when I could make a negative song and rap about some shit I probably really want to do that I'm not doing, but probably going to end up doing, whatever, and make a lot of money and get get shows to be booked, than to talk about some positive shit. They going to choose the shit they want to talk about and what they can make money from. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, you think it's like it's millions and billions of artists out there, right? You feel what I'm saying? So it's like niggas is going to make music that's going to generate income, right? But then you have artists that are authentically making the music that they want to make, and they probably they'll make money over on it, right? But it happens over time. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it's like they creatively expressing themselves. But you can't knock someone who's just doing the music for a living, because at the end of the day, like a lot of artists, right? See, artists, they make their music, and sometimes it takes them. See, nowadays, shit, people put a song out and it could just do really good. You feel what I'm saying? They put that one song out, that should do really good. Or it takes an artist like 50 years and shit, like 10, 15 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, it takes them like 10 or 15 years to get like big and stuff, And once they get big, they realize, all right, this is the song or this is the formula that I utilized to get big. So that's going to be the formula I think they're going to continue with. But then that may not, it might not happen for everyone. Everybody, like, I'm not no damn, like, I'm not in the music industry or nothing like that. I'm just saying what I think. That's it. Like, you feel me? But I just honestly feel like there's a lot of positive music out there, but people are not focusing on that type of music because they don't want to hear that shit. Point blank, period. Like, they don't want to hear it because at the end of the day, people used to talk about all this payola, the record station, well, not the record stations, the radio stations, that's what it is. The radio stations is charging people, to play their songs, and they just playing songs that they getting paid for. But then how do you with the whole YouTube shit, the internet stuff, right? The SoundCloud shit. Those numbers don't lie. Like, how you got a ratchet artist and they got like 100 million views, but then you have someone who's just, a regular artist. I don't know what a ratchet artist is. A regular artist, but I don't know, like, how y'all would say it, like ratchet hip hop ratchet. I don't know, like, I don't know. I listen to all kinds of music. Like, I don't categorize ratchet music, whatever, but that's what people been saying. So I just put that out there as to make a differentiation. But I listen to all kinds of music. Like, I don't discriminate, because at the end of the day, I already know what it is. Because it be times I listen to all kinds of music, and if the song is hot and I want to listen to it, I'm gonna listen to it. And it is what it is. I listen to positive raps and different music. With people expressing themselves creatively differently, you know what I'm saying? Because that's really what it's all about, like, creating yourself, right? And it's a beautiful thing when artists can do that and make money off of it, right? But what I don't like is when people like to tear artists down because they who they are, and people like them, and they mad that people are liking people who are, coming from the bottom, like the projects and shit, or in the high level, an area that has high level of poverty and shit. You know what I'm saying? Especially like women and stuff, like, you know, coming from the hood and shit, and they always trying to like tear a woman apart and stuff. But I don't understand is what's the point of doing that when everybody's talking about their sexuality. You got R&B artists, pop artists talking about sexuality, but they decoding it in a different way. They utilizing different words, but it's still the same shit. And even if they did say it, people are more accepting of that rather than someone being putting it out in their face about the sexual explicit lyrics. But at the end of the day, is a time and a place for all that, you know. And if someone's like creatively expressing themselves, it's nothing like, you know, I don't know, people is crazy where they, you know, try to hold people to a certain esteem and shit. They're a rapper. What you think? What you expect? A lot of rap artists be talking about, especially like if they into that whole, you know, that drug gang, you know, they rap about shit like that. You know what I'm saying? People rap about going to the corner store. You know what I'm saying? Somebody rap about marijuana and shit. But then I got high. Remember that song back in the days? I'm old school. I was going to do something, but then I got high. It was more like a song, like a singing song. But like people get mad about the most craziest things that don't make sense. Like people will sit there and it's just weird to me. It's weird. Don't get caught up in all that hype. Listen to what you want to listen to, okay? You know what I'm saying? You gotta listen to the music that resonates with you, that you want to listen to, that you get a vibe from, that it feels good. Like, why would I want to listen to a song that I don't even like just to make a statement? So it's, oh God, hold on, because this damn, I'm trying to get this in. So it's like people want you to listen to music that they, you know, it's weird. People is weird. But anyway, yeah. So back to the topic. When is it the time to put you first or yourself first? Every day is a good time to always put yourself first. Put yourself first in situations that will leave your ass last. Put yourself first in a situation where people always want you to put yourself last. They want you to put them first and then put yourself last. That's what some people want. Some people want that. They want people to put themselves last and then put them on a pedestal and put them first and bow down to them and do everything that they say. And I'm like, why? What world? That's where I'm at with this. Like, that's, you know, that's crazy. But that's what some people want you to do. You know, and it's like, no, put yourself first. Whatever you do, I feel like you should be getting something out of it. You know, especially if it's something that you could benefit from. Why not? Like, yeah, if I'm doing something because I want to do it. But at the same time, I could also be doing something that could benefit me. You know, people be wanting you to waste your time and waste your energy on their problems and their issues and the things that they have going on. And to be worried about things that don't even concern you. But they want you to be a part of it. And they want to be deceptive and lie so that you can be a part of it. And it's just like, for what? You know how many people ended up in situations that they didn't have to be in because people lied to them, because people was being deceptive, and only if they would have just utilized their own common sense and trusted themselves, they wouldn't have been in that situation. It's a lot of women that could say that. Just like with this whole relationship shit. Like, you know, a lot of guys out there, they lying to women, you know, about these relationships that they in. They lying. And it's not until like years later, women finding out like, damn, this whole shit was a lie. It didn't even mean nothing. And so once you realize that, go through that realization, all that shit, then you realize like, oh, I wasted so much time on this. And then you think about the pinpoints when you realize, because at the end of the day, I feel like some people do wake up and they say to themselves like, yo, I'm not going to be like this no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of the shit that people are going through is leading them into a path of being bitter or, you know, allowing themselves to have limited opportunities and putting their own self in a box. Like, it's a form of self-sabotage. It's like you stunting your own growth. You feel me? I feel like a lot of women do that, you know, and once you get like a certain age and shit, like that's why when you see certain women, like, yo, I seen like this, yo, she like was in her 50s and she was doing the damn thing. Like, she was definitely doing her thing. Like, I love when I see a woman that grown into herself, that's very wise, that could offer you something that's going to help you. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's the point of being an elder in a community or older woman if you're not going to school or teach young women to better themselves or to do something better? Not even on no like you trying to get something out of it. Like, when I think about, like, I've been doing this podcast for like 4 years. Like, all for the information alone that I provided out. You don't never have to ever come to me for like a coaching session, you know, be a part of anything that I do. Like, cause I do stuff outside of this live shit and the podcast and stuff like that. I put out a lot of information that you could just utilize on your own to just, make your situation different or get into a situation that you want to be in. Because ultimately, that's why, like, I did this podcast to just provide information, because I seen, you know, it was a lot of women stuck in situations that they ain't had to be in, whether you young or older. See, a lot of times people feel like, oh yeah, because you get older, you get wiser and you make better decisions and shit like that. But if you're in the same mind frame, right, and you're around the same people doing the same shit, you know what I'm saying, and allowing the same people to manipulate you and shit. Not to say that, or if you get a new manipulator, you're like, no, I'm not saying none of that. Like, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is just allowing yourself to grow and go within and really tap into yourself and trust yourself, right? Because we have our own intuition, you know what I'm saying, our own internal dialogue and shit that we have with ourselves, or like that inner voice. You know how many times that inner voice was talking loud to me, but because I believed in somebody else's, you know, somebody else, what they wanted me to do with my life, or, you know what I'm saying, because I saw them in a certain capacity in my life, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, people get hung up on what someone did before them, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, this is an older woman, so I gotta listen to what she gotta say, you know, she knows, right? Or, you know, like certain positions and shit like that, you know, like people just giving you fucked up ass fucking advice and shit. Like, that's the only way that I could say this shit. Like, it's people out there that's just evil and they vindictive and they manipulative. Like, I'm not trying to spread paranoia or make people feel some type of way about anything. I'm just speaking straight facts. You know, there's a lot of women out there and a lot of men who've been manipulated, who've been scammed, who've been taken advantage of, who've been lied to. you know what I'm saying, who got their stuff stolen, who got robbed, who, you know what I'm saying, been through some crazy ass traumatic situations that they would never ever let anybody know of. You know what I'm saying? There's some people out there, like, you know, they carry a heavy ass load everywhere they go. You know what I'm saying? But they still maneuvering through life, and they didn't lose that. You know what I'm saying? It's a blessing when you ain't lose your mind. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's a blessing when you could be logical, and still have reasoning and shit. Like, people don't even see that as a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, waking up for a new day, yeah, that's a blessing, but it's an even more blessing when you in your right mind, and when you can make decisions that's going to improve your life, and not, like, you know, keep your shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people be in fucked up ass situations and allow others to take advantage of them. You know what I'm saying? Because of whatever it is that they going through. Like, it's people out there that's going through a hard patch, but because they don't have certain guidances, or because they was never taught, you know, how to think, you know what I'm saying, how to put certain shit together, you know what I'm saying, or figure this shit out on their own, right? And some people out there, like, this world is they learning shit, like they learning, like everything that they do is a learning experience. Like, don't put your hand on the stove while it's on. You're going to get burnt. That sounds so, like, basic and shit. Like, oh, yeah, don't put your hand on the stove. You know, one of the eyes is on, it's burning. You're going to get burnt. Right? But that's the basic. That's the most, like, it's really like that shit. Like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You put your hand on something hot, you're going to take it off because it's burning and stuff. And then, like, depending on how long you had it up there, like, your whole shit gonna be blistering. You know what I'm saying? Like, your shit gonna be blistering like crazy, but you know not to put your hand on the stove no more. You know what I'm saying? But it's really like that, like, really, like, with these experiences that we having. It's just really that simple. It's really that simple, like, to just put meaning behind the shit that we are learning. Like, yeah, okay, oh, now I know not to put my hand in no more. Like, oh, okay, when this is on, I know not to do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that. And some people don't get it. They really not getting it. And because they put their trust and their belief in other people. You know how many times, like, when I even think about some of the shit I've been through, you know what I'm saying? Not to get all deep, and, you know, I'm not going to get emotional because I've been over the shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know you over something, when you could talk about something and you have it doesn't impact you emotionally, that's when you know you have grown and evolve from some shit. When you could talk about something and it don't have no emotional impact on you, that's the best feeling. That is the best feeling. And usually when people have that feeling of, like, overcoming something and it's not impacting them, like, the people who really hurt them start to deal with shit, and they start to call you and shit, and start bringing up old stuff to see if it could trigger you again, so they could control you. Because, you know, people can control you by the traumas that you have. That's what I realized in my, you know, my research and my study. I'm not a psychiatrist or a therapist, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So let me put that out there. Y'all not gonna try to put me in no scam or pot or none of that shit. Like, I'm not no mental health specialist. I'm not none of those. I'm just speaking what I know. Like, yeah, I took a master's class or whatever like that, working towards my master in social work, but I ain't get that shit, so I ain't finished. So, but I do have, like, some, I'm not even gonna put that out there, but I do have my bachelor's. I'm not gonna say what my bachelor's is in. So I'll put that out there. Yeah, I do have my bachelor's. degree. I'm not going to say what it's in because it's really not, relevant or anything like that. But I was just trying to highlight something. But anyway, back to this, like, when is it time to put yourself first or put you first, right? It's always a good time to put you first, right? Because you can't really take care of other people unless you take care of yourself. What I've learned, like, I think I spoke about this on this live already, like that transitional phase of like having, from your child turning into your adult child. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a transition in itself that people don't talk about. Like, that transition, like, all right, going from getting a phone calls from when your child is in school. Like, anybody know, like, them phone calls, like, some people are very vocal about them phone calls, them teachers, like the teachers, the principal, you know what I'm saying, all that. Anybody who have children, they know them phone calls. Oh yeah, then them emails, you gotta go to the school or whatever, but making a transition from when you're not dealing with none of that stuff, where it's like, okay, even if your child decides to go to college or possibly decides to work or, to explore different business opportunities or creating, businesses, it's definitely different. It's definitely, it puts you in a position where you start to analyze what you're actually doing with your time, and it's not so much, you're not so much like heavily consumed with what's going on in your child's life, because it's like, okay, they creating the life that they want, right? And so then, of course you always there, like, everyone knows, like, when the child turns 18, it's really like, you still a support system and stuff like that, but it's not like fully the same. But you switch your focus onto yourself, and then you start to think about the things that you actually have done in your life, because there's some women out there who were just givers. They were just given to everybody else, to everyone. And now when they have time to self-reflect on anything they have actually done in their life, it's like this feeling of regret, or feeling like they haven't lived up to their full potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, some women feel like that, and some women just feel like, yo, I get to wild out and do what the fuck I want to do. Like, yo, I'm going to the club. Yeah, make sure the club say grown and sexy. I'm hitting up the bars. You know what I'm saying? Looking for me a sugar granddaddy, daddy, whatever type of time, people be on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, people think, oh, once you get a certain age, it's like a certain aspect of yourself go away. Like, I don't know. Like, see, that's the thing. Like, if you was a partier, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's say you're in your 20s, your late 20s, your early 30s, your late 30s, and all you did was party and hang out, you know what I'm saying? And just do different shit. You think when you turn 40, that stuff gonna stop? Like, no. That's the misconception. Like, people, they change or they wise up based on where they are at in their life. And if you still in that same phase, I remember, when I was like in my late 30s or whatever, like, yeah, I used to party and shit. Like, yeah, I got some videos online, of me hanging out, clubbing and shit like that. Going to lounges. I like to dance. I like to, hang out. You know what I'm saying? I'm not like, like some of y'all young girls, like those young women, like 21, 22. I'm not leaving with guys and going to the, doing one night stands and stuff like that. I ain't nowhere. you know what I'm saying? Some of y'all don't even know who y'all baby daddy is. Like, I ain't wake up nowhere by myself talking about I don't know who my baby daddy is. Like, you know what I'm saying? On a paternity court talking about, you know, I went out to a club and I went back to his spot and I don't know who my baby daddy is, but you know what I'm saying? Some people got those experiences. You know, I ain't knocking it, you know, but you know what I'm saying? That wasn't my story. But yeah, and so like, you know, in my late 30s and stuff, I want to party. Like, why can't I go out once a week? Not once a week, once a month. And go hang out. Like, people like to stigmatize, like, oh yeah, auntie. Like, yeah, okay. I'm a auntie. You damn right I'm a auntie, but I'm just not your auntie. How about that? I'm not your auntie. No, ma'am. But there's a lot of women out there who still party. Let's talk about it. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 50, 51, 55. Like, I'm just saying. But, you know, it's a type of partying that, you know, people do. But, you know, people try to make you feel guilty about the things that you like. You know what I'm saying? Or even feeling guilty about getting older. Why you need to feel guilty about getting older? Like, you're a grown-ass woman. Like, you gonna allow somebody who don't even pay your rent, who don't do nothing for you, to make you feel some type of way about something that naturally happens if you are alive. I'm sorry. That's weird. Like, you know, but I get the thought process, because I used to have that thought process. I remember when I was like in my 20s, I was like, oh my God, 30, no, 30, that's it. It was just like this horrible feeling. But then when I turned 30, it was just like, oh, okay, here we go again. That's what I was like. I was like, here we go again. Anybody who know that song can finish it. Oh, let me just say this. If this is your first time listening to this, definitely like the video. Share the video. Subscribe. If you on YouTube, like the page. If you on Facebook, yes, I'm going live on both platforms. Hopefully the Facebook pick up on the audio, because the mic is two separate things. Also go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. You can listen to the podcast up there. Yes, there will be a new episode this Monday. As you guys been seeing, I've been going live consistently. If you haven't listened to the old audio, definitely listen. Or whatever. Also, if you're interested in getting a coaching session, a one-on-one session, please sign up for that. The venting sessions, the combined sessions, and the colloquy sessions. Yes, if you are interested in learning more about those sessions, go to the website www.beautifulstartpodcast. Also, if you are interested in signing up for the group is for women only. So definitely sign up. It is limited. If you're interested in finding out more about the group, definitely go to the website www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and go to group, and all the information is there. Yes, it is a fun group, but it's serious at the same time. It's 2 live group meetings for the month to be a part of the whole thing. No, this is not subscription. You could be a part of 1 month group and then not be a part of the next one and then come back, But also, if you don't want to sign up for the full group, like be a part of it, you could just sign up and be a part of one group sessions just to see how it is, because I know some of you guys just like to know what it is, like what you signing up for. But it's, for the most part, it's positive. It's for women who live throughout the world. Like, it's not just, oh yeah, it's for women on East Coast. We listen, everyone, West, south, north, east, west. You know what I'm saying? All over the world. United States, outside of the United States, wherever. You could sign up. If you're interested, definitely go to the website www.beautifulstarpodcast.com. And then also I do a free meditation, and the meditation is only given once a month. Like, only do it free for once a month, because it's absolutely free. The other services and the group that I was talking about, that's not free. I'm not going to say what the prices are, because the prices do change. And you could go to the website and see what the prices are currently. So definitely go there. But the meditation is absolutely free. Definitely is free. Okay. And so you can sign up for that. And it's always going to be on a Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. So you can sign up for that. But the thing is that you have to sign up in order for you to know which date it will be on. Like, yes, it's going to be Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. But you need to know the actual date. Okay? Because it might be, you just got to sign up if you want to be a part of it. All right. And it's definitely good. Meditation is something that I recommend that you do, even if you do not, sign up for the group. That's something that you should put into your practice, because it helps you to control your mind, to silence your mind, and to kind of have a more of a control over your mind. Because some people are walking around here, they can't even control what is going on in their mind at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's weird to me. Well, I'm not going to say it's weird. It ain't weird to a psychiatrist, but I'm just saying, like, but you have to do everything that you have to do to just, work on yourself. Meditation is good. Meditation is absolutely amazing. For someone who's been practicing this for so many years and been doing it on a consistent basis, and I've seen the results and how my life definitely transformed and into something that's just so amazing. Like, the feeling is just out of this world. Like, a lot of people wake up and they just be angry and mad. For someone who wakes up and who already got through those issues, you know what I'm saying, and they doing meditation and they working on themselves, it's a good feeling. Like, because every day is a new day. It's a new day. It's something that we could look forward to. It's something that we could change. Like, yeah, we can't change what the hell happened. The past is absolutely gone, and it's not coming back. And it's nothing that we can do to change it. And some people just live in the past, to the fact that it just drives them fucking crazy. There's a lot of people in the mental institution who are hung up on things that has happened in their past, because first of all, they didn't deal with it. They allowed it to go on for far too long. And they don't care. I just feel like whatever choice or decision that you decide to make, or you decide to do, you got to be with it. And not be a wishy-washy person, or someone who's just doing something because somebody else is doing it, or because it's like, oh, it's the best thing to do at this particular time. Like, nah. Be about it because you want to be about it, because that's what you about, and that's what you stand on. A lot of people are not going to they're not going to focus their energy on that. They think the reason why they doing a lot of things is not because of them, it's because of something else, somebody else. There's people out there that only do things because they're operating out of revenge, anger, they mad, they upset. Just the unnecessary stuff, like the BS. And it's just like, for what? Like, what's the whole point of that? I don't see really the reason as to, like, why even hold on to any of that. You know what I'm saying? Why even focus your energy on that? You feel me? We can't change nobody else. So anything that somebody's saying or somebody doing should not affect us, especially when it's really not affecting our lives. A lot of times the things people are saying or doing, they don't affect our lives. So why people make it such this big thing so that it can affect our lives and manifest whatever it is that they want to manifest in our lives. You don't have to believe nothing nobody say. You don't got to focus your energy on somebody else. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to run yourself crazy over something somebody else did many years ago. And especially making yourself crazy over something that happened many years ago on a goddamn job. Like, what's the benefit of that shit? Like, what's the purpose of focusing your energy on a job after like 10, 20 years that you're not even on no more? Like, yeah, you know, people have, like, you know, experiences and the things that they go through and stuff like that, right? And there's some things that people have experienced in the workplace that was unjust and that probably was traumatic in nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, some people have had traumatic experiences where their life has changed. So, like, I understand that aspect of people being affected when they had traumatic experiences, because at the end of the day, if you at work and you doing your job, then all of a sudden somebody come up in that shit with a gun and shoot that shit up, yeah, your life change. Like, yes, especially if, you know, you got hit or something like that too. But even just the impact of knowing that happened, like, yeah, that has some mental ramification. Like, your mind, like, you experience something traumatic. Like, yeah, that shit that's real. A lot of, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people experience shit like that and going through shit like that. And sometimes they get hung up on it or stuck up on it. Like, yeah, you know, I went through this, or I experienced this, or, you know, they tell their story and shit. But my thing is, like, yeah, you went through whatever you went through, but you don't gotta be stuck there. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta, like, stay in that frequency forever. You feel me? Because, like, yeah, although people don't like to get older, they hate the age and shit like that. They put negative energy on the shit. Like, it's, I don't know, whatever. Because as long as you're alive, you're going to get older. I'm the bearer of bad news. Like, yeah, you're going to get older. But the beautiful thing about that is that you don't have to feel that way. Like, I don't feel 40. That's the crazy shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't feel 40. I'm not going to say I don't look 40, because, you know what I'm saying, even when I was 20, niggas was talking about, oh yeah, you look old. But, like, I'm not going to say that, but I feel good. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm in my right mind. I'm healthy. You feel what I'm saying? I'm doing what I love to do. I'm on this podcast right now. You know what I'm saying? My bills is paid. You feel me? I ain't, you know what I'm saying? I'm enjoying life right now. I'm on my break right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been going live every day. Like, you know, I've been going live for my break. You feel me? So, you know, I got stuff going on. You know, it's a lot to, you know, It's a beautiful thing. Like, people just feel like, oh yeah, especially as a woman and shit, like, you know, they try to make you feel some type of way about yourself, and you want to go out and get all these surgeries and shit. For what? What's crazy, what I don't understand is, you know, women going out there getting these gas things, these surgery where like they cut their stomach in half, or like they drain the stomach out. I don't know what they call it, but it has something to do with the stomach. You know what I'm saying? They drain it, or they can't, like, they eat, but they don't eat a lot of food or something like that, and they're making them lose a lot of weight. I don't know what it's called, but there's a lot of women that's getting this shit, right? And it's like, I seen some women get it for a man, but you getting it for a man, but you was like 400 pounds when you met this dude, so obviously he into plus size women. You feel what I'm saying? You're not making a difference in this man's life by getting a surgery. Like, you not, all right, you lying to yourself talking about you getting a surgery to keep your man, but you found him when you was 400 pounds. Make it make sense to me. Like, if you 400 pounds and you meet somebody, obviously they attracted to plus size women, or they was just attracted to you, right? Because there's some men out there, they ain't got no type. One baby mama weigh 400 pounds, the other baby mama weight 98 pounds. That's a man that ain't got no damn, he ain't got no type. What they said, I ain't got no type. Bad bitches is the only thing that I like. I need to stop listening to these songs, but yeah, you got one that's like 400 pounds, one baby mama that's 400 pounds, then the other baby mama that's 98 pounds, and you got one baby mama that's like a buck 80. Like, come on now, you ain't got no type. You just out here doing whatever's convenient for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, like, it's some guys out there, you be like, all right, he like dark skinned girls, or his girls have been dark skinned. Yeah, he like, you know, skinny women. That's the only, you know what I'm saying? But this dude, you don't know what he into. He into, like, he's just into women. I don't know. Big, small, skinny. Yeah, but like, in terms of, see, that's why I need to stop talking, because I'm over here. It's been like over an hour. Like, I normally stop it at an hour, but I'm like, yo, let me keep on going. Like I said, I normally don't go live. I normally just, you know, well, back in the days, like when I first started, I would say, like, when I first started the lives, I would say it was like in 2020. I'll never forget it. It was like the summertime, and I was going live on TalkShoe, and I was going live on TalkShoe every week. I kid you not. Like, the time that I was going live was like, it was like 11:20. No, 11 p.m. And it's not till 11 p.m. to 11:20. It was like 11 p.m. to like 12. I was going, like, I would say the shortest live I ever did probably was like 15 minutes, maybe, or maybe 30 minutes, because it's been so long. But I was going live. I feel like I went live that whole summer. I was like dedicated, like, yo, I'm gonna go live. And it was like only probably like 1 or 2 people showing up, or maybe sometimes it wouldn't be nobody show up, but I'll just go live, you know, to get myself into that, you know, routine of going live, and just to talk about the stuff that I wanted to talk about, because people was just talking about random shit that I really didn't care about, like, or the things that I felt like wouldn't benefit or help anyone else. Like, I feel like there's a lot of information that we are sitting on as women alone that we could pass on to other women, that so they don't have to make the same stupid ass mistakes. You know what I'm saying? So like, when I initially started this, like, yeah, like I'm doing this to motivate and push myself and dedicate myself to something, or to, just to do some shit. And, to keep myself focused on what's important, to keep myself, productive, being focused in life and shit like that. Because within what I'm noticing is that it's so easy to lose track of what's important in life, or what you are working towards, for all the fuck shit that goes on. It could be the regular internet BS that's on there, or it could be in your personal life, or even outside of your home. Like when you go into like workplaces and school, people don't really associate those places with drama and chaos. You know what I'm saying? Chaos, or like, but wherever you got people at, that's where it's gonna be. Like, you know what I'm saying? A lot of times people just try to reserve certain things to certain places, but it's like anybody who been working like a regular 9 to 5, you already know, like, that whole energy there, like going to work, and some people like you, or some people don't like you, or some people being shady, or saying like little cutthroat shit, or doing things. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that stuff do exist. And a lot of people, like, they quit, or they don't want to be like, that's why when you see a lot of people, they don't work certain jobs because they had certain experiences, or maybe they just didn't like it. But even like going out, like, I feel like you just gotta be like staying focused and not allowing nobody to knock you off for whatever it is that you gotta do. Like, cause some people will purposely sit there and try to complain and shit so that you could fucking quit your job. Like, I don't understand that shit. Like, you feel me? Like, that makes no sense. Like, I feel like if you don't like the job, you don't want to be bothered with the job, quit. It's like, it's so many other things to do. Right? But some people feel as though like that's the only job that they will ever have, and that's the only job that they will ever get. Like, someone told me, well, I don't think you will ever get another opportunity. There's always an opportunity to make money. You feel what I'm saying? Like, that's how you gotta see that shit. Like, especially when you have been working in the field for a long time. There's people out there that's been working since they was able to work. Some people out there been working since they was like 14, 15 years old, and they ain't stop. You know what I'm saying? Starting off with like the summer jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like, the kids, they get the little summer job and stuff like that, doing that. And then, you know what I'm saying, they go out there and they always constantly finding jobs or networking and doing shit like that. And that's how some people, like, that's how they always been. They always had work and always did work and always was able to take care of themselves, or had some type of way to make something happen. You feel what I'm saying? And I just honestly feel like people need to like focus on themselves and what they need to do with themselves, and get it popping. You feel what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, ain't nobody gonna care. It's not like, you know what I'm saying, if you're not taking care of yourself, if you're not focusing on yourself, you expecting somebody else to focus on you and to make sure you good. Ain't nobody gonna do that. Just like when you see people out there, if they decide to just quit their job, they decide like, yo, I'm gonna just quit my job. I ain't fucking with this shit no more. That's it. It's a dub. Whatever. And if they don't have no backup plan, if they didn't plan for that situation, they don't have nothing lined up, no new job opportunities, they don't have no business where they could be generating an income or nothing like that. And if they don't have no somebody to take care of them, because let's face it, there's people out there that they work jobs because they want to work jobs, but not because they have to, because they depended on other people, and other people have been like funding other people's lives, sponsoring other people. Like, some people don't really want to admit this, right? And it goes a little further beyond the whole gold digging thing, because a lot of people do it, and it doesn't have to be like, oh, just a woman to a man. Sometimes men do it to women. Sometimes men do it with men. Sometimes women do it with women. Sometimes it could be, women doing it to men, whatever. But some people do that. Like, some people make other people feel like mad comfortable. Like, you feel me? Like, oh yeah, you could, you don't have to work. I'm gonna take care of you. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, when people say stuff like that to me, like, yeah, that stuff do happen. Like, people do take care of other people. So I'm not sitting there talking about, oh yeah, like, oh, ain't nobody taking care of nobody doing none of that stuff. Like, yeah, that stuff happens. People end up in those type of situations all the time. They end up in those situations all the time. You know what I'm saying? There's like, young guys out there who dating older women. Like, you know what I'm saying? They like 28, they dating someone that's 50 or 60. It was somebody that was like, in their 20s dating somebody in their 70s. I'm like, God damn. That's a far reach. Like, dang, what's going on here? But, it happens and stuff like that. And then they solidify how the relationship going to be, and it's always on some, somebody being taken care of. Like, somebody's going to be taken care of. It's a lot of that. And that's what people don't really, they don't really think about that aspect of, like, people being taken care of, and people holding them down and shit like that. Like, people not really. But there's a lot of people out there where they only know how to survive with other people taking care of them, But even when you are in a situation like that, it's like when things switch up, you gotta learn how to switch up with it. Because at the end of the day, if you have someone that was willing to do X, Y, and Z for you, but then they just switched up and said, yo, I ain't doing this shit no more. Fuck this. This ain't my cup of tea. I'm done. You have to know how to maneuver in that situation. You're going to have to learn how to bounce back from that situation. That's just what it is. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, especially when someone's telling you, oh, I don't want to fuck with you no more. I'm not dealing with you no more. You have to learn how to, like, exist without that person and just maneuver. Like, some people still stay in that role and get what they could get out, but definitely you want to solidify a way out. Because other than that, if you're not, then you're going to end up being stuck. Because once someone do that power switch and they be like, yo, I'm not doing this no more. That's it. X, Y, and Z. You got to be out. Like, it's no waiting in that situation. Because a lot of times, certain situations, especially with this, like, as far as women go, and they with this gold digging shit, like, I did the dark side of gold digging. So you definitely want to check that out. But yeah, I'm not knocking nobody who, going to the table and they ain't bringing nothing to the table and they just having the ultimate feast. Like, yeah, feast up. But, whenever things switch up, whenever that person is not vowing to what they said they was going to do, or they switching up and they becoming abusive, you know what I'm saying? And this could be in a regular relationship or a sugar daddy, sugar baby type, because people be into different things. Like, some women be using men for, like, room and board. Like, I could do this. This is nice. Let me just stay here for a little while, you know what I'm saying? Like, until I get on my feet type shit. I mean, it's some men who only come around during income tax seasons. We ain't going, you know what I'm saying? There's some women out there that they only get caught during income tax season. And it is what it is. What you want to say about that? What's real is real, and what's not is not. That's just what it is. But whenever people do that switch and they be like, yo, that's it, that's not my cup of tea, I'm not with it. I'm not messing with this. Like, I don't want to be in this situation. You know what I'm saying? Or they stop giving you money. They're not acting the same. Like, any relationship, like, when people switch up, you gotta switch up too. Like, you know what I'm saying? When things just ain't what they used to be. That's messed up. That's messed up when people change, but you can't get caught up in the past. You know what I'm saying? You can't get caught up in, you can't get caught up in how things used to be. Because that's how people get you. They get you with that, like, oh, it used to be like this, or it used to be like, who cares what people used to be? How they are now. That's what it boils down to. Like, how you are now. That's what it is. How are you treating me that now? Are you sticking with your words? You know? And that's what it is. And a lot of times, people are not about their words. They be lying. They don't be about their word. They don't be about their business. That's why you see a lot of women out here, they be exposing these men. They be lying. They don't be about none of that stuff they talking about. At all. They just say whatever they think the person want to hear so they could get an opportunity. But once you are in a relationship with somebody and they remotely disrespect you, that relationship is over. It's over. You can stay if you want to stay. Do what you want to do. Okay? Because, you know, people be getting crazy ass surgeries and shit. Talking about they taking out their eyeball and they want to put their eyeball in the middle of their forehead and shit. I don't know. People into crazy shit and they into different stuff. So I'm not going to knock it. I'm not judging people or whatever. It's your life. Do what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? But be wise. Like, as you get older, at least try to be wise and do things different. At least try to live a life that you want to live. Like, at least you could say, oh, I did this because I wanted to do this. And because it was something I wanted to do. Not because, oh, he forced me to do it. He said if I went and did it, he wasn't going to give me $100. Like, no. Do what you know what I'm saying? Live your life the way you want to live your life. How about that? You know? And whoever don't like it, tell them to kick rocks. Because a lot of times these dudes, they want you to be playing these type of games. Ain't nobody got time for games. You're a grown-ass woman. Like, even with these married couples and shit, they be trying to bring other people into their problems. Ain't nobody like, what mistress is signing up to be a part of a whole damn mess? The whole point of being a mistress is so that you could get your little, you know what I'm saying, get what you could get and have fun. That's it. But people trying to bring other people in dramas and stuff and they chaos. Like, your whole life is a mess. Your damn marriage a mess. The shit ain't going nowhere. And then you trying to recruit other people to be up in that mess. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for being a part of nobody mess and nobody drama. That's crazy. It's like opening yourself up to all this damn bad luck and all this negative energy. Who got time for that? Especially when you are working on yourself and getting out of this state of, allowing other people to dictate your world and to tell you what you going to do and what you not going to do. You know what I'm saying? Some people, they are kids. They grow up, right? They parents raise them and shit. They go to school. They gotta listen to the teachers. You know what I'm saying? They go to school for, like, majority of life. Like, you know what I'm saying? I feel like you're more of an adult more than you are a kid. You know what I'm saying? Because some people be old forever. 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, if you make it to the hundreds, that's it. That's a lifetime right there. I'm pretty sure there's some older people out there who in their hundreds, like, Lord. But then there's probably some people in their hundreds, they having a good time. You know what I mean? But, the thought process I was trying to make is in terms of, like, you young, you go to school, you gotta listen to teachers, you in school. Then you go to, you in elementary, junior high school, then high school, and then you are a young adult and shit. And most times people go to college, or maybe they get a job, or they try to figure out exactly what they want to do. But still, you still have other people, other influences. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you young, you listening to your parents. And then when you in school, you listen to the teachers. You listen to your peers. When you hanging out in the streets and shit, you listening to, like, your friends and shit, your associates, or, people, the everyday people that you see and shit. So it's like we always have somebody in our ear and shit. But as far as really connecting, like, with ourselves and knowing our inner voice and the stuff that we actually want to do, or we can distinguish our voice from the many voices that we hear, like, in terms of, like, people in your ear and shit, like, because the things that our environment definitely influences us. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes certain things stick. You know what I'm saying? Certain sayings, or something somebody said, or something somebody did, or, anything could be an educational moment. You know what I'm saying? You don't really know it until you are actually in a situation where it leads you to think or figure something out. Then sometimes the things that you didn't think you was paying attention to will pop up and shit, stuff like that happen. And sometimes the influences that we learn from and stuff, sometimes that shit ain't even good. Like, sometimes the stuff that we learn don't be good for us. And you don't realize that until, like, later on, like, why did I do that shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even people, like, who the hell, you in high school, why are you taking the advice from another high schooler? Like, what the hell, y'all on the same level type, you know what I'm saying? Like, people, the craziest shit that people would tell you to do, even young adults, you be like, oh Lord, why did I listen to what this person said? They don't know a damn thing about this. You know what I'm saying? That's just like people going to a crackhead who never raised none of their kids and asking them for advice on how to deal with your kid. That's the insanity right there. But one thing they probably could share is what not to do. You know what I'm saying? People, you can learn from anybody. But sometimes we have to tap into our own inner voice. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to. Because our voice is just as important as anybody else's voice. Our intuition and the stuff that we feel. that we should do. You know how sometimes you just know to do certain shit or to go certain places? Like sometimes we have to tap into that energy and vibe with that and not question that. Like a lot of times people have been like questioning themselves and not making certain decisions because they don't believe in themselves. And I'm telling you, you could believe in yourself. You could trust yourself. You could lean towards yourself for support, but you got to be your own friend. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes people put themselves in a position where they are not even friends with themselves, or they can't make certain decisions, or they can't do certain things, or they can't push themselves towards a particular goal or do stuff because they mind became their enemy, or they became their own enemy, or like self-sabotaging. That is a thing. There's people out there that they had nothing but good luck and nothing but opportunities come their way, and they sabotage every opportunity. They fucked up everything that, you know, was in their pathway that was beneficial to them. That, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, people don't realize that until later on in life. You know what I'm saying? That's when they figure out all that shit. So they figure that out later on in life, but you have to tap into that now. That's what that is. You have to definitely tap into that energy now. Like you have to do what it is that you have to do and focus your energy on what it is that you want, because some people some people out there, they're not going to tell you the truth. You know what I'm saying? They don't want you to know the truth. They don't care that you know the truth. They're not focused on you bettering yourself. They don't care if you better yourself. They don't care if you are in a different situation than what you are in. You know what I'm saying? Some people thrive off the fact that you're not doing good. And I know that sounds very crazy to some people. It sounds crazy to me. Even like when I talk about something like that, or when I address the issue, I be like, what the hell? This doesn't even make no sense. But there's a lot of people that feel like that. They don't really care. You know, they're not really focusing their energy on that. You feel what I'm saying? They don't even really give a damn. And sometimes they're going to tell people what they want them to think or want them to know. You feel what I'm saying? There's some people out there, and you got to protect yourself from people like that. You know, and if you are somebody like that, like, you need to change your ways. Because, you know what I'm saying? Because there's people out there, they're not perfect. Like, I'm not perfect. But I'm not going to try to go out my way to make anybody feel no type of way. I'm not going to play nobody or anything like that. I'm not going to play myself or put myself in a position where things are, what the hell, it should just dropped. Hold on. Yeah, I got a new microphone, so I just moved and the earpiece just came out of it. But for the most part, if this is your first time listening, definitely like and share this video, and like and share this video. Definitely subscribe to the channel, and if you have any comments or anything like that in regards to the topic or anything that I said, definitely let it be known. You feel me? Let it be known and comment. Right, that's what it's for. Definitely comment and share your viewpoint. Have you ever been in a situation when you felt bitter and how did you get over that bitterness? You know what I'm saying? Has there ever been a time when you had to, put yourself first, right? And remove yourself from certain situations. Let it be known, right? Because, we're not perfect. We grown. I shared a lot of my ratchet, I don't want to say ratchet stories, but I shared a lot of my stories where I had to overcome some things in my past and my shows. I have like over 100 episodes. So, yeah. But I thank you so much for riding out. And yeah, so thank you so much for riding out, whether you listen to this in this live or listen to this in the aftermath or whatever. Definitely go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. Definitely sign up for the free meditation, the meaningful meditations every Wednesday at 11:59 p.m. There is a meditation, but I am offering a meditation once a month for free on that time. If you're interested, definitely send your name and your email on the website www.beautifulstartpodcast.com and sign up for that. Definitely I have services. There is the coaching sessions that I do have. So the coaching session is all about assisting you with your self-improvement, helping you get to where you wish to be, help you set up a plan that will aid you to reach your fullest potential in life, because I honestly feel like we should all be reaching our fullest potential and working towards it. Sometimes people are just so all over the place that they don't even know how to start. Like, they so backed up in everything that they don't even know where they starting. You know what I'm saying? So definitely sign up for that. And also I address briefly the mindset change, then break down the secret to really shifting the life around you, right? And help you get started and working on your objectives, because at the end of the day, like, we should have something that we are working towards, like whether it's goals, your objectives, what is it called, your intentions. Like, when you wake up in the morning, you should have intentions. And so you should be focused in your energy on those intentions. You feel me? And also, like, in terms of the coaching session, like, yes, it's 30 minutes. It's a short coaching session, but you get so much out of it, right? And it's like, the information and the outline and everything is conducive. But the thing is people's lives change once they change. It has to be coincide with your actions. Like, a lot of times people just think that other people's whole overall job is to change their lives, and that's not it. So you have to, like, put in that work. I can't expect someone on the outside to come into my home and make my home a home. I have to make my home a home. I have to do the work, because it's nothing that you're just doing one time. Like, some people feel like, oh yeah, you got to do this one thing one time and that's it. It's something that you do on a continuous basis. Like, you work for the month, you get your rent money, you pay your rent. Once you pay your rent, do you stop going to work? Do you be like, oh yeah, my rent paid, my bills paid, I ain't clocking in no more, that's it, I'm done. Put a fork in it, I'm done. That's it. No, that's not what it is. Although some people do think like that, and that's how they end up in horrible ass situations, and they keep ended up in the same situation over and over and over again. because they don't really, they don't really be tapping in. You feel me? They don't really be doing the necessary work that needs to be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you paid your rent, but there's a whole nother month coming. How about that? Like, what you about to do? You feel me? Like, you gotta keep doing it over and over again. Just like with this healing shit. Like, some people, they heal and they work on themselves. Some people bypass the healing and just work on themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because it's healing has like a lot of associations with feeling. Like, some people don't want to feel that fucked up ass shit. That's why they use drugs, or probably, overly utilize certain body parts or whatever. Whatever. Some people just do things to self-medicate sometimes, then rather just like dealing with the shit that they have to deal with. And it is what it is, but we have to deal with it. But the information that is provided, like, at some end of the day, you have to do the work. Like, you got to put in the work. Like, yeah, it could be you could be assistant on a lot of things within this core. Like, there's a lot of information that's provided within this core, this session. You know what I'm saying? A 30-minute session, because that's what it is, a 30-minute session, unless you book in other sessions. But you take a 30-minute session, you could turn a 30-minute session and flip that shit over and create the lifestyle you need to create, or set up things to work towards the lifestyle that you have, or you want to keep up, or you working towards. Like, that shit, like, you got to do it yourself. Like, yeah, you could do a session with me, but at the end of the day, you got to put in some work. Like, a lot of times people feel like, oh yeah, because like, I have, like, listen, people don't even have to get a coaching session with me. That's how confident I am in my podcast alone. Like, I'm not even gonna hold you. Like, I've been doing this for like over 4 years, and there's over 100 episodes that I literally, like, I was researching things, like, giving out information that's privy. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and try to act like some type of certain type of profession, in some type of profession that I'm not. But I put in a lot of work. Like, I'm just really honest. Like, I'm very confident in the stuff that I like, the podcast or whatever. This ain't your typical, oh yeah, you getting tea and we talking about people lives and shit, and dragging people, and you know what I'm saying, dragging people name through the mud and shit. Nah, I actually gave information where people could utilize to change their own life. Even if you never ever get a coaching session with me, or do anything private, have any private sessions, I'm confident that the information that you got on, like, my podcast, even with, because I used to do motivational every Monday. I used to do beautiful after abuse every Monday. Like, when I started this way back when, like, you could go back as receipts for this. You feel what I'm saying? I gave a lot of information, because those tools was really all about, like, inspiration and inspire, but also providing information. Now, I don't know how long I'm gonna keep this stuff up there. Like, I'm gonna keep it a bean. I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm gonna be so 100% with you guys. Like, I don't know how long that information will I keep it up there, because that's information that I could really be charging for, because it's just that valuable, and I believe so in that. I don't know how long I'm gonna keep it up, so y'all can listen to that if y'all don't want to do no coaching session or none of that stuff, because I'm giving out some gems in there as well. But yeah, so the coaching session is 30 minutes. You could book that. Go to the website, www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. And then also, I do event sessions. So yes, I do event sessions. Yes, it's designed for you to talk about the things that you're struggling with. Everyone wants to talk and get it out, right? And even though everyone wants to talk and get it out, we have to be very leery of who we give out information to. Because everyone ain't on our side, B. And some people be utilizing the information to fuck with you or to do certain things. Like, no lie. I'm just being that honest with you. Like, you know. But, hey, if you don't want to vent to somebody, you know what you can do? You could go to the Dollar Tree or the 99-cent store and get you a dollar book. You feel me? And if things are real hard, you could just go to your public library, go to the printer, open that joint and take out a piece of printing paper and write out your feelings. That would make you feel a little bit better too. You know what I'm saying? Or you could probably just ask the librarian, like, oh, can I get like a piece of paper? You know, if things are really that hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Everyone's on different type of, like, people are struggling with different things. So, you know, you gotta work with what you have. Or you can have the combined session where it's just a coaching session and the vent session together. So that's what it is. It's 55 minutes. All the prices and everything is on the website. No, I will not be putting any prices here because, yes, my prices change. They change quite frequently. Hey, it is what it is. So if you see a good price, catch it, because I might just be going through something and the prices now and stop. But, you know, for the most part, the prices have been consistent. But, yeah. Definitely go to the website if you're interested. Then we have the colloquy sessions. That is so different and so unique. A lot of people was asking me like, oh, what does that mean? The colloquy sessions. I hope I am saying it right. But yes, colloquy. So I have the colloquy session. It's definitely something different, something new that people don't really be on. It's a 30-minute session. I'm not putting the price up here. So pretty much the session is a unique and positive new form of session, right? So it's unique and positive. It's a chat and chill type of conversation that could be on any subject matter, whether serious or trivial. So basically, it's a cool conversation. Like, you know, not everybody out there is going through shit like where they have to vent or they need a coaching session or someone to intervene. Sometimes people just want to have certain dialogues and conversations with people that are, you know, that are providing something different. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you talking to someone every day and y'all talking about the same conversation, but like, let's say if you want to talk about a different topic, something different, you know what I'm saying? It could be trivial or it could be serious. So it could be serious. Like, you choose what type of topic you want to talk to me about or what we going to talk about. Because this is a chat and chill type of conversation, very positive, but it could be serious or something like, you know, not so serious, trivial, but it's up to you. Yes, I do have that session. It's 30 minutes. You know, I don't really care how anybody else feel about it. You know, you could comment about it. You know, people been letting me know about this. I really don't care. Yes, I have that open. So I want everyone to have the opportunity to have a session. You feel me? Because everyone is not going through no shit. Some people just want to be on some positive shit and conversate and talk about some stuff, right? It's people in my personal life that I can't have certain conversations with that I wish that I could just be like, oh, I listen to this podcast all the time. I could book a session. We could have a conversation about this. Like, oh, I saw that, you know, she was talking about this particular topic, but, you know, I'm trying to get more in depth about that topic. Like, what, you know, it is what it is, right? Some people just feel whatever they feel, but yeah, that's the services and the stuff that I have going on. Go to www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. Also, I do have a group. Yes, there is a group. The group is called Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life. The group is called Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life. Like, a lot of people got to get back to themselves to get back into life. You know what I'm saying? Some people is just all over the place. All over the place. Like, just a hot mess. And it is what it is. If you like to be a hot mess and all over the place, that's your tea. That's your tea. That's what you giving. That's what it's given. You love it. I like it. You hate it. I despise it. But anyway, this group is really all about, you're going to receive information that you can apply to your life, but really is a group for different women all from different parts of the world. So this is not exclusive for, it's only for women on the West Coast. So anybody can sign up. Any woman, anybody can sign up. You know what I'm saying? But you definitely want, if you want to sign up, you want to sign up now. I'm only accepting 8 more women. Like, I'm going to say that on this live. Yes, it's only a limited amount of women that's going to be accepted. Because I don't want this group to be like, so big. Because I feel like everyone in this group should have a voice. Like, and if it's a lot of people, then, we meet up for like an hour. But, with people, everyone talking and stuff, it could go on for like 2-3 hours. But we're not trying to really do all that. But yeah, so it's really all about, women from different parts of the world who are all about building a life that they see fit, like the way they want their life to be. Like, a lot of times people want, like, it's like everyone to have the same life. Everybody ain't gonna have the same life. Everybody's not gonna have the same experiences. I remember growing up and shit and watching certain movies and then getting a little upset, like, damn, well, like, even when you go to high school and shit, right? This is so basic and minimum, right? But it just meant so much to me at the time, because I remember, like, when I was in junior high school and I used to watch these movies and shit, right? These movies used to depict how high school was, right? But see, the thing was, they didn't depict how high school was in the regular ass hood. You know what I'm saying? They depicted how it was in like suburbia, like suburban areas, like with housing, but they didn't depicted how it would be in like urban communities and shit. Ooh, excuse me. Tell me if I'm saying this right. You guys could check in the comment section, put whatever you want. I'm sorry if listen, this is a straight live video. I'm not cutting nothing out. The way it is the way you get it. This is a one woman show. I do everything myself. Yes, I do everything myself. Right? And with these lives, I do not edit. I don't edit nothing out. So I'm sorry if you're hearing any background noise, or maybe I like fumble over words, but I'm just being my honest and authentic self. You know what I'm saying? And I know there's a lot of people out there that they're not able to be their authentic self because they always want to put up a front. You feel me? Or be fake. On my platform, I'm being definitely authentic, my authentic self. You accept it or you don't. Oh, well. But we got this group, Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life. Definitely, it's with women from different parts of the world who are all about building their lives the way they see fit and moving beyond any challenges, the things that hold us down, people from the past or things that have held us down in the past, right? Because some people like hold on to shit that happened in the past. Like, you holding on to something that happened when you was in high school and you like 50 years old. Like, when you gonna let that shit go and enjoy your 50s? The 50s have something to bring. You know what I'm saying? Like, people feel like, they can't have a good time in their 50s and shit. Like, or their 40s. And some people in their 30s, because, y'all, when y'all 20, y'all be just looking at people like, y'all gonna get old. If you ain't die, you gonna get old. I gotta break the news to you. If you in college listening to this, you 21, if you are going to live and you're not going to die, you're going to be 40 years old. Yes. People are scared of that, but my thing is make a plan for yourself. Make a plan, have a plan. Give yourself goals that you work towards daily goals. Give yourself daily goals. You decide what those goals are going to be. You know what I'm saying? You could teach yourself anything, and you could also go to go to school, go to college. Some people out there, they working jobs that they don't like. You don't like that job, go back to school then, or do something. You know what I'm saying? Get your mind out the gutter. Start focusing on creating a plan, because you ain't gonna be young forever. Like, it feel like you're gonna be young forever. It feel like, it took me forever to get to 18. Once I turned 18, I said, I'm 40. And I feel regular. You know what I'm saying? I got to deal with the being discriminated against. People calling me auntie. Like, you ain't even in my family. Why is you calling me auntie? What's going on with this? This whole auntie shit. I don't know what this shit is about. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, sign up for the group. Get Back to Me, Get Back to Life monthly group. Go to the website, www.beautifulstartpodcast.com. Definitely sign up for that. And then, going back to this, I'm going to always go back to this, because I did the group services, meaningful meditation, a free meditation. Definitely sign up. Definitely life-changing. And that's what that is. So I thank you so much for riding out with this live. I've been consistent all week long, definitely vibing, having a good time. We definitely not trying to be on no kind of like marathon vibe, like, oh yeah, I'm gonna be going live all day. Like, I got stuff I gotta do. But definitely, if this is your first time, definitely subscribe, definitely like, definitely share, and turn on your notification button so you can know when I'm going live, because, I'm going to put when I'm going live. Yeah. So definitely peace.